Today at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Bricklink Designer Program Series 1 dropped the release of the 5 sets that were chosen as finalists. And a mere 12 hours later, or just shy of that, we finally have some results and we're getting a very, very good idea of what is left as far as the Bricklink Designer Program Series 1 sets are concerned. Now, right up front, as you can see with me, it's very obvious that the Mountain Fortress has been sold out. Now, if you remember from an earlier video that I posted, the sets were originally supposed to max out at 20,000 units. However, based on new information closer to the release date of these pre-orders, that number was bumped up to 30,000 units. So we know here that all of these sets in front of us today are pushing for that 30,000 unit mark if they are being sold out. Of course, actually just seeing this in front of me today, the Snack Shack sold out. That is actually really, really new information here. And of course, this is just shy of 12 hours past the initial release of the Bricklink Designer Program Series 1 pre-orders. In the next 12 hours or so, when this video is actually posted, these numbers will very, very likely change. But I did want to let everyone know I did actually pick up or pre-order the old train engine shed by Mind the Brick. Love that set. I'm so excited for it. Did not get the Mountain Fortress, but then I also did decide, I broke down and decided to get the Snack Shack by Distracted Builder, which was released for $49.99. I figured a $50 Bricklink Designer Program set, I would pretty much be a fool to not buy it, so I absolutely had to pick this set up. Now, interesting details have been revealed with these Bricklink Designer Program sets, namely how many units of the ones that are not sold out have actually been sold. So it was actually discovered in the Brickhound Discord that these sets, if you go into the web page elements, you can inspect the elements and actually see what percentage of the slider is filled, which gives us a really, really good indication of how many sets are remaining to be purchased. So right here, I'm going to right click on the slider, go to inspect, and you won't be able to see it perfectly off the edge. I'll try to make it a little wider. But what you can do is once you're in here, click Control F, and then we can search. And what I like to search by actually is a percentage mark. So we're going to slide through here, and it doesn't have to be too many slides. Of course, you can see right down below, I'm only on 2 of 40. But if we zoom over to the right, I'm actually gonna try and pop this information out because I do want you all to be able to see it. There we go. So right here, we have all the information as to what these sets are and what is visible. And right here, you can see if you hover over it or click right above it that it is highlighting the bar of the old train engine shed. And we're seeing here, and you might have to zoom in, it is 87.673% full. The bar is that full. Now, if we take 30,000 units, multiply it by 87.673%, we know that this set itself has 26.3 thousand sets that have been purchased so far. How exciting is that? How cool is it that we get to see those units, see the percentages based on what the actual HTML is calculating here for us. Now, moving on to the next one, I'm just actually going to go down here and click down a couple more because, of course, we do know right here that the Mountain Fortress is at 100%, so that's exactly what I would expect it to be at. Now let's move over. Actually, hold that thought. This is the 100% that we see here. Now let's move on a couple more. The Parisian Street is actually only at 45.37%. So let's give that a little calculation here. So we're going to take 30,000 units times 0.453714. So only 13,000 units. That still is very much so a lot of units, but we're starting to get down into some lower marks here. Now, the general store itself let's see how many units the general store has sold. Now, of course, keep in mind the first 24 hours of the pre-orders very obviously are probably the most important pre-orders, as we, I'm sure many of you viewers know from any sort of pre-order, the first 24 hours is going to see most of those sales. However, it is interesting that they're kind of fighting for the attention. Each of them are fighting for the attention of the other. But with that, of course, we did get the final dollar amount for the general store at 18,379 units. Now, I did want to let you know that in the past, I would say honestly, in the past 5 minutes, the old train engine shed has actually jumped about 1,000 units. Now I'm going to go and refresh it here so we can get those slider bars back up. Sure enough. And of course, we still have over 20 full days. Well, 20 full days, almost a full day left, as we are about halfway through the first day. And let me tell you, I am super excited to see how the rest of these Bricklink Designer Program sets shake out. Now, I want you all to let me know in the comment. First of all, obviously, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, I talk about the Bricklink Designer Program a lot. It is kind of my newfound passion, if you will. But please let me know, if you purchased one of these Bricklink Designer Program sets, and let me know in the comments which set you got. I saw in several other videos, we had some people purchasing the Mountain Fortress. I saw a couple old train engine sheds, and obviously with the Snack Shack being sold out, I am certain we have many people that are watching this that have purchased the Snack Shack. The general store has been fairly popular, but something I do want to bring up is the fact that the Mountain Fortress set sold out in a mere 3 hours after launch. I was following this thing pretty closely, maybe closer than I should have, but with these things starting at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, this puppy sold out at about 2 p.m. Doing some quick math there. Sold out at 2 p.m. How amazing is that? But once again, I do definitely want to hear if any of you purchased any of these Bricklink Designer Program sets. Which one are you most excited to getting? And hey, do you think any of these other ones are going to sell out in the near future? Personally, I think the old train engine shed is most certainly going to sell out, with the Parisian Street and the general store maybe selling out. I don't think they're likely to sell out given the current information and the first 24 hours being the most important. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking the video below. Also clicking that subscribe. I do have actually joined members. If you really want to support the channel, you really want to dig in to the firm, join the firm, please consider joining the firm here with us today. Of course, the button's all down below. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Looking forward to getting these sets in the next couple of months. I hope you all have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.